Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Doc, and I kind of want to give you guys an update of what's going on in my Pokemon business. And when I say Pokemon business, I'm talking about very, very low scale. I don't have like an actual like brick or mortar store or anything like that. I kind of just buy things and resell it, plain hot potato, just like everyone else. And then if you paid attention to my other videos, I kind of talked about like how I made a little over $170 selling two ETBs, EBTs, two ETBs for Surging Sparks for like $170. They had both little rips in it from when I got it from a card show. I paid $60 for both of those. Um, so the total profit I got from it was like $170. But I learned a lesson. I had to do a refund for $20. Me and the guy, we went back and forth, had a good like messaging, and we came to a fair agreement. So I refunded him $20 because he's got a business he's trying to run too. And so what I did, and I'll learn, this is definitely a lesson I learned, is I posted both of the ETBs together in one picture. So even though my description and my title described them separately, I still had them in a picture together. And so he assumed that I was selling both of them together. Even though I had the option where you can only just buy the one, buy them individually on the site for eBay. And then I didn't include it. It didn't have any description of like a lot of two, but I did have the pictures of them together. So I felt like maybe there was a little bit of miscommunication with that. And so I felt like it was kind of fair. I've dealt with like customer service things all the time, so I'm pretty understanding when it comes to things like that because I can remember I try to put myself in other people's positions, like when silly things like that happen. Like, what would I want done if I noticed some type of problem or if I was confused about something? So anyway, I don't really care. I don't really care, right? Like, it's not like it's $20. So I refunded that today. So I definitely learned a lesson. I'll definitely make sure none of my pictures are together. I've seen so many other people on eBay do that, so I think that's why I kind of felt like it was okay. Like, I've purchased things, but I think I also like read the descriptions too to either understand or I just message people for better clarifications if I'm ever confused. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. So that problem is solved. So subtract $20 from the 170. Now it's like 150. Either way, it's still good. Good profit for that. I guess. Well, it was a 150. So like I bought those at 60 with no tax or anything like that. So I didn't really make too much money from that. So I made about $30 off of that, which is fine. I got them for you know really really cheap anyway. And I learned. I feel like the biggest thing is I'm learning the business because my goal first when I first got it was like I'll just kind of keep these and watch them grow. But I'm learning that investing in Pokemon it's not something I really want to do except for specific items like Pokemon Center and the prismatic SPCs. Those are things I'm investing in. Anyway, so that's that. So another thing, a kind of update too, is I had two PSA slabs that I've got some bad luck right now, but I think in the end it's gonna work out. I'm gonna learn, kind of go from here. But anyway, so I got sent out two PSA 10 slabs to Arizona TCG, and then they had just posted both of them not too long ago. And then when they posted it, I noticed they put that one of the slabs I put was they said it was like a slight crack, and I didn't send them a cracked slab, so I was like maybe they got cracked in the mail, but I protected it pretty well. But they listed it as that way, so I was like, man, I don't think that's good. So then I emailed them and they said, yeah, it's like just small little thing. It's like it's not really that noticeable, but we noticed it, and they said that like it would go against like eBay's authentic guarantee thing, whatever. And so that's how they titled it because I guess from their experience, that's what they would get from it. So I was like, nah, that's okay. Just send it back to me. Maybe I didn't really notice it, but when I bought it, maybe there was something there and I didn't really pay attention because I don't have the eye for that type of stuff. And so, but anyway, they said it was very small. It wasn't really that noticeable, but I guess from their experience, it's something they've learned that like they just need to be careful with. So I had them just send that one back to me. I still have the other slab that is actually on auction right now. I think there's like 5 days left on it. It's a Dragonair from 151. So we'll see how that goes. I bought that for pretty inexpensive. I should have kept track of all of this stuff when I first bought these things, but I'm pretty sure I bought. The problem with this, tried to look up the receipt, but I remember I was with my son that day, and I remember actually paying cash for it. I think at the time they had it for like 100, and I was like, I'll give you 90 for it. And so we'll see when this auction goes back how much profit I get from it based on from the shipping. And I think this one is going to fall under the 12% category because it's definitely not going to sell more than 1,000. And so either way, I'll make some type of profit on it. I'll update you guys when that comes through too. Other than that, right now, what I'm doing is I'm kind of just collecting things. I still have my first partner. I think I'm done with those. I bought all mine for 55 and under, most of them around the $50 price range. So as it goes up, I'm not chasing it. I'm at where I'm at with that. I got, I think, 14 of those now. So we'll assess that when we get to that point. But right now, we're kind of done with that. Once I get to, I feel like my goals wait if they can. I really feel like they have a lot. I'm speculating hard on these, but I feel like they've got a lot of potential. So as soon as it gets to like $100, I'll probably let those go. I have no intention of keeping those. This is not something I want to hold long term. And then the other thing is I got two more. Recently picked up two more ETVs off Facebook Marketplace. They were pretty good deals. One was $140 and the other was $150. And so definitely felt like those are like pretty good deals for now. So all the other ones I've accumulated about half of these that I have around that $100 to $110 price range. The cheapest one I've ever purchased was like $90 around Christmas time. That was a funny story. The guy like messaged me. We were supposed to meet up for like $100, and then like he didn't end up showing up. So I thought he like forgot about it, whatever. And then he like hit me up and he gave me a discount. It's like, yeah, I'll give it to you for a discount for like forgetting. He forgot to meet up, whatever. So anyway, I got it that same day, and I got it for $90 a day. But anyway, all the other ones were like around $100. So I've got some recent ones. I think this is like the fourth one I've bought recently during like this downtrend. Bought a lot more SBCs. I'll do an update on SBCs. I have a ton of those. I bought most of those. Funny thing about the SBCs for Prismatic, I bought most of mine. I had like acquired around 23 at the time for $200. And I remember buying a few from GameStop when they were $200. I forgot what the price was with their power discount, but I didn't do the power discount thing. I just kept buying a few every once in a while. So I bought like a few of those for $200 without getting their discount program thing, whatever. Which is crazy because at the time, no one else was buying them, and it was just on GameStop. Now they're $300 at GameStop. And then I bought a lot more off other people from like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. So I bought a few for under $200, but I didn't spend any more than like $210 at the time for those, for about like half of those. But now I've been going on a rampage. And I bought those before Rudy made his video. So I was very surprised and very like, just like, I don't know, let's say the word surprise again. Like it was like, I was investing in something that it just felt more affirming, I guess, from like, a top person investing in something that you already had an idea in that you were investing in too. So like it matches, but it was the opposite spectrum. I was investing in it before I found out he was investing in it, instead of like, I'm investing in it because he said he was investing in it. So it was a little different at that time. And then of course, then they announced the restock and the price kind of went. So I was like, all right, I'll jump back in and get some more. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. So that is my update right now. So I did a refund. That sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. It's the game. I'm trying to play hot potato as long as I can, learn, grow, trying to burn a lot of stuff, invest in a little stuff. I do have some things I'll invest in, but most of it's going to be little. And then I think my other goal, I'll do an update, but I'm definitely going to start accumulating some Chaos Rising now. I think that's my goal with that. I'll still buy Prismatic when there's a very good deals for those. But Chaos Rising, now that it's out, and I've seen some cases for like almost like $900 now. So about $90 per ETB. I think that's going to be a good play for that. So I think I'm going to jump into that only because I see the prices of everything else, right? So I thought about doing the booster boxes, but like I think in this market, it really doesn't really matter. And so I'm going to, if my goal was long term and I wanted to invest, then I would buy a booster box. But because I'm not, like the booster box, like if you look at some of these pricings for a lot of these sealed products, like the ETBs kind of match the booster box prices. So like I'm just gonna buy a case of the ETBs just because it's cheaper and easier. Like it's pretty close to 1,000. So if I send it off to a place that's you can make over 1,000. Anyway, a lot of places over 1,000 give you like 5%. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll just buy that. So that way it's close to that marker, and if it's over it, then maybe I'll sell it. And someone else can have it and play hot potato with it at that time too. And so anyway, that is what I'm kind of doing. I learned a lesson. If you've had any weird experiences, you got some lessons, I would like to know about it. Put it in the comments. No one's ever commented anything on my video. I've taught people to watch my videos because I know, well, I know they do, because when I go watch their videos, they say everything I said verbatim. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.